Hot Damn Cooking with Timmy. Please like and subscribe. Hey everybody, welcome back to Hot Damn Cooking with Timmy. Today we're making one of my favorite sauces. It's going to be a smoky pancetta creamy carbonara sauce. I love it. Try it out. You'll love it. Your friends will love it. What you're going to need today, I've got a half a cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. I've got a half a cup of Romano freshly grated cheese in here. And you do want to grate it fresh. The longer it sits, it'll dry out and you'll lose a lot of flavor. I've got 6 ounces of smoked pancetta. This is an Italian bacon. And so we're going to have to cook that up, and I'll show you how. I've got a cup of heavy cream, and we have 5 eggs. You're going to need 4 ounces of the hot water from the pasta. So before you drain your pasta, you want to take 4 ounces of water out of it. So the first thing you want to do is we need 4 eggs separated. So I'll show you the old-fashioned way, and I'll show you with the egg separator. All right. So we want the whites, but we don't want the yolk. It's a little bit messy. All right, so there's one. I got to get a shell out of there. So that's the old-fashioned way to separate eggs. It's a little messy, and I did get a yolk in there. So I have an egg separator. Should make it a little bit easier. You just pour it in there, and there you go. Easy, easy. Whoop. All right. That's 2. Egg separator. All right. Last but not least, separated one. All right, and then use your little egg separator again. All right. Now your 5th egg you're going to leave whole. You're going to mix that up really well. All right, now that we have that out of the way, we got our eggs mixed up. I'm going to go over to the pancetta. We're going to warm up our pan. And you're going to need 4 ounces of the pasta water. So don't drain your pasta until you get the 4 ounces of water out. You want to get your water boiling now. This recipe is going to come together quickly. Okay, so I've got my fry pan warmed up. I'm going to start cooking the pancetta. I have it smoked, so it's really going to be tasty. And again, it is bacon, so you got to cook it pretty thoroughly. That's going to take a couple minutes. You want to do it low. You don't want to burn it or anything like that. Okay, so to help the saute and come together, I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. Give it a quick little spin. It's smoked and it doesn't have as much fat as the regular pancetta. Starting to saute nicely. It's been cooking about 3 minutes. As you can see, it's cooking pretty good. But at this point, you want to keep stirring it and stuff. You definitely do not want to burn this. Separate some of the bigger pieces. I wish you guys could smell the kitchen. It smells so good. Let that cook for another minute. Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes. As you can see, the bacon or the smoked pancetta, it's looking really done. I'm going to let it go another 30 seconds per se, and then we'll take it off the heat. We'll let it set for a few minutes. Okay, so I'm calling the pancetta done. It looks really good, smells wonderful. I'm gonna take that off the heat and we're gonna move on to our sauce. So now we're gonna make the sauce. So I'm gonna add my eggs to the bowl. Add all that egg. Then I'm gonna add my cream to the bowl. That's 1 cup. Then I'm gonna add my half a cup of Parmesan and half a cup of Romano. I'm gonna stir it up thoroughly. Okay, and I'm gonna let that set for a minute. Now I'm gonna start on my ravioli because I need that 4 ounces of water for my sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna put the ravioli in the water now because they only take a few minutes. And again, I need that pasta water after the pasta's cooked to add to my sauce. Me and my wife always make homemade raviolis. We love it. In today's case, I'm using Carmela's Pasta Shop pasta. Carmela's a woman that has owned her own shop in Wethersfield, 338 Silestine Highway. She makes the best pasta I've ever had. She uses the right ingredients and she adds a lot of love. Stop in, tell her I said hi, and enjoy their pasta. It's really the best I've ever had. So I've got my 2 pounds of lobster stuffed ravioli from Carmela's. I'm gonna add it to my water. I'll give it a stir. These raviolis, you'll know when they're done because they'll start floating to the top. It's usually about 3-4 minutes till they're all done. Also a big shout out to Glenda, my stepdaughter. She just got back from Italy. She brought me this beautiful, beautiful apron from Rome. Thank you, Glenda. And I'm gonna add the pancetta and the grease. I'm gonna let that wait till it starts popping, you know, sizzling a little bit. I'm definitely not gonna wanna try to cook it too much longer, just so I know it's hot. Excuse me, honey. All right. Okay, and I have some sizzle, so I'm gonna add my sauce. All right, and at this point, I'm gonna add my water. And you just gotta whisk, whisk, whisk. When you're doing it this way, there is a chance of a speck or two of like scrambled egg and stuff. We're gonna hope for the best. What's beautiful about this recipe is you don't have to add too many spices because you have so much flavor from the smoked pancetta, and then you've got the Romano cheese that has a lot of flavor, and you also have the Parmesan cheese. You don't have to add salt or anything. It's all flavored for you. It's beautiful. Okay, and you just want to constantly do this. You want to constantly stir this until you're pretty sure that the everything's liquefied, you know, and it's not gonna. So you just want to keep stirring this. You're gonna see it thicken up, and I'll show you. There's some big time edited in this video. Okay, so this is a basic carbonara sauce. It's creamy. It's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to say basic, but like, to be honest with you, I like to add different things. I add sun-dried tomatoes. It kind of makes it a little bit pinker of a sauce, but the sun-dried tomato gives it great flavor, and it gives it a great texture too when you're eating the ravioli and everything. So as you go on, add what you want to it, but this is the basic. I wanted to show you the basic. Okay, it's coming along beautifully. It's basically done now. I'm going to pour my ravioli in the sauce. Make sure to coat them all. And then we'll be right back with a little tasting. All right, we're going to stir these around and we're going to coat every one of them. Kind of got a little sticky in the strainer. That's beautiful. Nice creamy carbonara sauce with smoked pancetta and lobster stuffed ravioli. We'll be right back with a tasting. Time for the tasting. It's just a little tasting. My wife's going to do home any minute from work, and so I'm going to just have a little tiny tasting right now. Check it out, though. It's nice and creamy. I got the smoked pancetta in there. It's a beautiful sauce. It's wonderful. So I got that lobster ravioli. It's a phenomenal ravioli, and then with the cross with the smoked pancetta and the creamy carbonara sauce, it's delicious. I hope you guys try this recipe. Please hit subscribe, please hit like, and tell your friends about it. Most of all, enjoy the recipe. Hot Damn Cooking with Timmy. Please like and subscribe.